or the link of previous video. In series of ongoing video lectures of this subject, we will learn concepts of timing diagram. In this session, we will discuss the following things. First, we will see basic concepts related to timing diagram. Second, we will understand machine cycle and their timing of 8085 microprocessor. Third, we will see common terminologies used in this subject. And then we will understand control and status sequence. As you all know about instruction, it is a command given to processor for performing a specific task. In 8085 microprocessor, each instruction is divided into two parts. First, OP code means operation code, and second, the operand means data or information. The OP code tells us what operation is. For example, add, subtract or add. The operand is the necessary information required for the instruction. The operand may be either data or an address or other information required for the instruction. So, if you know how an instruction works, then it is very easy to learn or understand all timing diagrams. During normal operation, the microprocessor sequentially fetches, decodes and executes one instruction after another until a hold instruction. Each instruction is divided into machine cycles and each machine cycle is divided into clock cycles or T-states. As you all have question like why we learn this topic. So, a microprocessor carries out a number of operations while processing data. A simple microprocessor like 8085 can read data, write data and do some simple arithmetic operations on it. But all these operations are carried out in smaller steps and in synchronization with the clock signal. To build a general understanding of the working of the microprocessors, it is important that we break down these operations in the smallest steps and learn about them. In this session, we are going to learn what happens in each of these clock cycles when the microprocessor carries out the above mentioned task. We will also try to visualize the processes going on inside a microprocessor graphically with the help of timing diagrams. In short, with the help of timing diagram, we can understand the working of any system step by step, working of each instruction and its execution. Now, we will learn some important definitions, or we can say that terminologies related to this topic. First, what is timing diagram? It is a graphical representation of the time taken for the execution of each instruction by a processor. The execution time is represented in T states. Second, instruction cycle. For the execution of any instruction, basically two steps are followed. First, fetch and then execute. The time or the number of T states required to fetch and execute an instruction is called an instruction cycle. Third, fetch cycle. When you write an assembly language program, every instruction of that program is converted to corresponding hex codes, which is then converted to binary and is stored somewhere in the memory. During the process of running an uploaded program, the processor first has to read from the memory the instruction that is to be executed. This process of reading the code for the instruction to be executed is called the fetch cycle. We can say that during this cycle, instruction to be executed is fetched from memory. Fourth, execution cycle. After fetching the code for the instruction that is supposed to be executed, the next step is to execute that instruction, and this process is referred to as an execution cycle. Fifth, machine cycle. The time required for the microprocessor to access memory or an input-output device, either for a read operation or a write operation, is called a machine cycle. And then T-state. Processors work in synchronization with a periodic signal called clock signal. The part of any operation carried out during one time period of this clock signal is known as the T-state. Sometimes T-state is also used to refer to a time of one clock period. For studying the rest of the concepts, it becomes a basic unit of measuring a time. The 8085 divides the clock frequency provided at X1 and X2 inputs, and these are crystal input pins, by 2, which is called operating frequency. One T-state is equal to the time period of the internal clock signal of the microprocessor. Single signal status is represented by a line. It may have status either logic 0 or logic 1, and group of signals is also called a bus. For example, address bus and data bus. The 8085 microprocessor has 5 basic machine cycles. They are opcode fetch cycle, which requires 4 T states. Then memory read cycle, memory write cycle, IO read cycle, and IO write cycle. And IO means input and output. All these require 3 T states. And internally, depending on the opcode, each machine cycle takes from 3 to 6 T states. The instruction length is measured in T states. For example, a typical opcode fetch has 4 T states, in that the first 3 means T1 to T3 are used to fetch this instruction, and T4 is used to decode it. The 8085 has some external status pins or status signals that can be used to identify which machine cycle it is currently in. These are the input-output memory bar signal, the S0 and S1 signals. Let's see how to write values of these status signals in the timing diagram. First of all, we will take input-output memory bar signal. This signal specifies whether the operation is a memory operation or an input-output operation. If the value of this signal is 1, then microprocessor performs operation with input-output devices. And if the value of this signal is 0, then microprocessor performs operation with memory. Okay, then microprocessor performs operations like read and write with memory and input-output devices. Now, to represent which operation is performed by microprocessor, that is shown by selection lines called S0 and S1. In short, these signals are used to specify the kind of the operation being performed by the processor. For read operation, values of S0 and S1 are 0 and 1, and for write operation, values of S0 and S1 signals are 1 and 0. Now, all of you are enabled to understand this table that represents values of input-output memory bar, S0 and S1 signals. Let's learn other control signals and its working. ALE means address latch enabled. This signal is active high signal. It became 1 when the AD0 to AD7 lines have an address on them. It becomes 0 after that. This signal can be used to enable a latch to to save the address bits from the address or data multiplexed bus. It is activated in the beginning of the T1 state of each machine cycle and it remains active in the T1 state. Next, A0 to A7, that are lower byte address. This is available on the multiplexed address of data bus AD0 to AD7 during T1 state of each machine cycle, because during this state value of ALE pin is 1. Next, A8 to A15. The high order byte of an address is available on this A8 to A15 address bus during T1, T2 and T3 state of each machine cycle. Next, D0 to D7, it is a data bus. The data from memory or input output device and from the microprocessor to memory or input output device is transferred during T2 and T3 states. Next, input output memory bar S0 and S1. These are activated at the beginning of T1 state of each machine cycle and remains active till the end of the machine cycle. When read signal is low, it is active and data is transmitted from memory or input output device to microprocessor. And when bright signal is low, it is active and data is transmitted from microprocessor to the memory or input output device. Both signals are never active at a time, and since the data transfer in 8085 takes place during T2 and T3 T states. That's all for today's session. Hope you like the session and understand topics related to timing diagram. This will help you to draw timing diagram of operations performed by microprocessor. And these topics we will cover in later videos. I am giving you some important questions regarding this topic, which are: first, define timing diagram and machine cycle. Second, define instruction and T-state. Third, which are microprocessor initiated operations. Fourth, which control and status signals are used to draw timing diagram of any operation that is performed by microprocessor. And fifth, explain function of ALE, means address latch enable signal. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe our channel for watching more videos.